Avengers The Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars are set 1 year apart for their release dates. But according to some reports out there, it's very much still in the cards to split Avengers Secret Wars into a Part 1 and Part 2. Now, unfortunately, some people are reporting that if they do this, the wait between Part 1 and Part 2 could be as long as 2 years. So I'm just going to say this out the gate, I don't believe this for a second. I do not think you can literally take Secret Wars, split it into 2 parts, Part 1 and Part 2, and then space them out by 2 years. What projects do you drop then in between there? Unless you're going to do what I speculated they could do before if they were crazy, an entire phase that's mini Secret Wars Battle World, this can't work. It's literally too much. Like, you can't take that much time to just put out 2 projects. Now, if they were to do what I suggested before, take Secret Wars, and if it's split into 2 parts, release Part 1 in May and Part 2 in October or November, like originally how they literally wanted Kang Dynasty in May and then Secret Wars in November, that could work. 2 parts spread 6 months apart with nothing else in between them, that's fine. But these reports of a 2-year gap, does anybody actually believe that? No, you can't, right? They would absolutely be insane to do this because that would mean literally 24 months of nothing else but waiting for the next sequel. Revenue would be at a all-time low for Marvel Studios, especially when it comes to products, which again, logistically, it doesn't make sense. The only way I could see this working is if they decide that Secret Wars Part 1 ends on a giant cliffhanger where they're rebuilding the universe, and then Part 2 is a soft reboot of here's what the new universe is and how we're gonna officially kick that off with the mutant saga and everything, fine. But then, in the meantime, you need to have at least 2 big profile Star Wars films, an Avatar film, and a couple other big heavy hitters from Disney to fill in that giant gap of missing revenue. So I think you guys understand why, from a business perspective, I'm saying it can't be done. A year away, sure. 6 months, definitely. 2 years, not an option.